Hi everyone, good afternoon. I hope I am audible, visible to all of you. Please let me know in the chat section of the YouTube live section if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Can you confirm it quickly? Okay, wonderful. So it's wonderful to meet you all again. My name is Mandar and I'm the Chief Mentor for IMS Get Set Law. And before I begin this session or we go deeper into the results, the counseling process and the cutoffs, first and foremost, congratulations to all the students who had put up incredible work over a period of time and have been able to secure good ranks. To all the other students also who have received their ranks but are not very happy or wish to appear in the exam again or are thinking of other colleges, don't worry with respect to the process. We will be helping you out, and right now let's not think about our ranks and other things as of now, because we have some more important exams coming up in the future, right? So we do not have to think about all of those things as of now, except the counseling process. But other than that, keep in mind that few more exams are coming up, whether it's ALIT, whether it's Symbiosis, whether it's other exams, even IP University college admissions have not started yet. So keep in mind that that is something that you can appear for in future, okay? So do not worry about these things. Now, what we'll do as part of today's session is that we will talk about the expected cutoffs, because in my assessment of the kind of ranks and the kind of scores that people have received this year, it is not expected to be drastically different from last year, okay? So till the NLUs come up with their lists, there is no way of knowing what is the first rank and what is the last rank at which somebody has received an NLU. So we will wait for that to come out in a few days' time. But till then, if you wish to know, sir, this is my rank and can I expect an NLU, or till what ranks can I expect an NLU, all of these things you will understand by looking at Clat 21 cutoffs. And I'll show those Clat 21 cutoffs to all of you, so you will get an idea as to what you can expect in future. I will also explain you the entire counseling process in detail, which the Clat authorities have released, so that you have an idea as to whether we should be part of the counseling process or not, whether we'll be getting an invitation to the counseling process or not, what fee do we need to pay to the authorities, what all processes do we need to follow. Ye sari ki sari cheezein main aapko bataunga as part of the session. We are planning another session in the coming week for all the students who wish to try for Clat next year, or wish to know more about other options apart from Clat K options this year itself. That session will be done next week after ALIT exam is over. So keep that in mind. Okay. So without wasting any more time, let's dive into the historical. Look at the topmost NLUs in India. At least the top ones are listed on your screen. You can see the opening ranks and the closing ranks. So as I said, because there is no drastic change in the cutoff which is expected this year, be very similar this year. Okay, so if you look at NLSIU Bangalore, opening rank, of course, all the toppers up to 83 to 90, how the students have preferred a particular college, and also how many students are planning to leave that college or are waiting for upgradation. So these rankings will go up and down a little bit, but as I said, can we expect drastic change in them? The answer is no. Okay, so Nalsar Hyderabad is expected to go up to 170, 180. NUJS Kolkata 240 to 250 ranks. NLIU Bhopal up to 370 is what we expect for NLIU Bhopal. NLU Jodhpur up to 350, 360 ranks. Generally, NLU Bhopal closes. NLU Raipur goes up to 750 to 780 ranks. Now, As I said, it depends on how many students have preferred NLU Raipur. It also depends on how many people are leaving it. So that is how the cutoffs come out. Okay. So expected will be around 750 to 780. GNLU Gandhinagar closes around 350 to 370 again. If you look at NLU Lucknow goes up to 700 ranks, but again, it might change. So 660 to 700 ranks can expect NLU Lucknow, but this is one college where there is a lot of reservation for in different categories. Okay, so the general seats are anyways less compared to other colleges. So keep that in mind while you fill this college. Okay. If you look at NLU Patiala, it went last year up to 1075. Generally, NLU Patiala ranges between, so this is the closing rank I'm talking about, okay? Opening rank could be anything. It completely depends on how students have preferred it. So if a 200 rank student prefers NLU Patiala over other colleges, then the opening rank for NLU Patiala could be 200, right? But what ultimately matters is the closing rank. At what rank students have got the last admission. So that is 1075. In the past also, it ranges from 1050 to 1075 to 1080. That is something you can expect for NLU Patiala. CNLU Patna went up to 1300 ranks. So again, 1250 to 1350. Now I'm giving a like 100 rank a figure here because what happens in Clat every year is that there are a lot of students on the same rank. So there can be 100 students on the same score. Okay, not exactly rank, but on the same score, there can be a lot of students. So it changes a lot. It also depends, as I said, on the preference. So 1250 to 1300 is what you can expect. NLU Kochi, Nual's Kochi, it goes up to 1150. So 1100 to 1150 you can expect in NLU Kochi. When you look at NLU Cutoffs, so the cutoff last year was up to 1072. Generally, the cutoff ranges between 1040 to 1075. That is the range in which, if you have a rank, you can put NLU Odisha or NLU in Cuttack also as an option. Okay. If you look at other NLUs like NUSRL Ranchi, the opening rank was around 1100. The closing rank was around 1500. So if you are close or if you are between ranks and if you are willing to go to NUSRL Ranchi, you can keep this as an option. Okay. And why am I saying that you can keep multiple colleges as an option is because you have that choice. And when I talk about the counseling process, I will tell you where do you have that choice and how many colleges you can put. Okay. If you look at the Tamil Nadu National Law School in Trichy, starts at around 1200, goes up to 1800, 1850. Okay, that is our expectation. NLU in Vishakhapatnam, it goes up to 1500 ranks. So 1400 to 1500 rank is where it closes. NLU Mumbai generally starts very early. So sometimes it again depends on how students are preferring the college. I've seen sometimes rank 50 also going to NLU Mumbai. So that also happens. But again, last year it started at around 371 and closed at 453. So within the 100 ranks, NLU Mumbai closed. The reason, one being that the number of seats in NLU Mumbai are way less compared to other NLUs. The second reason being there is domicile quota in NLU Mumbai. And third reason being that a lot of students from Mumbai prefer going to NLU Mumbai rather than going to some NLU outside, even if their rank is better and they can get a better NLU. Okay, so that also happens a lot. That is why generally NLU Mumbai closes within 450 ranks. Okay, in fact, many a times I've seen it has closed below 400 also. But if your rank is somewhere around 450, 460, even up to 470, definitely keep MNLU Mumbai as an option, even up to 500. Not an issue because these things change a lot. Okay. And because you've been given the option to put a minimum 5 colleges, definitely put it as an option. No worries there. Okay. NLU Nagpur again starts at around 1000 to 1050, goes up to 1400. This can go up to 1500 rank also, as it has historically happened sometimes. NLU Aurangabad goes up to 2000 rank. Okay. NLUJ Guwahati, but again, this keeps on changing. So if your rank is up to 1700, 1800 also, you can keep NLU Guwahati as an option if you wish to go there. Okay. NLU Shimla goes up to 2000 rank. Jabalpur again up to 2000, and NLU Sonipat also up to 2000 ranks. So depending on your ranks, you can put two NLUs above your rank and two NLUs below your rank, or the rank range, so that you can cover a lot of ground. Okay. And also it will depend a lot on where do you want to go and what sort of options do you want to keep open in terms of location, in terms of brand name of a college. All that matters. Okay. So you can consult your mentors also before filling up the preferences, so that you get the best advice and you put the best colleges there. Okay. So as I said, we are not expecting a drastic change in the cutoffs this year. We are expecting the cutoffs to be very close to what they are, what they were last year. So according to your ranks, you can keep this in mind. You can also see uh, essentially the ranks for other quotas like OBC, SC and ST ranks also. So if you belong to OBC category, SC, ST category, this is what you can expect. Okay. If you belong to EWS category, again, you can connect with your respective centers and they will give you a little bit of idea. But keep in mind that there are less seats under EWS quota or even under NRI quota or NRI sponsored quota. Okay. So if you are within 100 ranks, 150 ranks of these quotas, you can definitely expect a very good college. But other than that, definitely you have an option of getting into these NLUs, but not the top 10, 11, which I'm showing on the screen. Okay. So keep that in mind, but you can definitely consult your mentors at the center level and they will help you out with respect to the same. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you look at 2020 cutoffs also, more or less it was on the same lines. So you do not see a lot of change with respect to the ranks. It depends a lot on how a college is growing. So if you believe that, sir, some colleges cutoff has improved or some colleges cutoff has gone down, it also depends a lot on student perception, a choice with respect to location, and a lot of factors. Okay. So you can decide as to what those factors could be for you. But as I said, never ever put good colleges, never ever sacrifice good colleges because of location. That is one advice that I would definitely want to give you, because irrespective of where you study, if it is a good college, you will definitely do well in life because the brand name will be attached to your CV always. Okay. But when you talk about other colleges, keep in mind that there is no point compromising just because of location. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, this was the range of marks. I had shown it to you when we were analyzing Clat 2022. There won't again be a drastic change. Looking at the ranks of the students this year, I would say that there has not been a very drastic change. Of course, the cutoff can go a little bit down looking at the paper, but again, because we do not have all the ranks and the list of colleges or the students that have been allotted the colleges, there is no way to say right now as to what is the exact number of students who have gotten 100 and more and others. Okay. So keep that in mind. As I said, I will take up some questions in the end. So do not worry with respect to your choices or your rank. Okay. I have given you a very good general idea. Okay. Let me explain to you the counseling process first, and then I will take up some of your questions. Okay. So before I go to what next, let me first explain you the counseling process. Okay. So keep one thing in mind with respect to the counseling process, which is that it will start within the next couple of days. In fact, if you look at the dates, the counseling registration process will start from today up to the couple of days which I was telling you about. So let's go through the counseling process one by one, and let's cover the most important points. Okay. So the declaration of consolidated merit list was yesterday on 24th. So all of you have received your ranks. If you're still not aware of your ranks, go to the Clat Consortium website, click on the ranks, and put your username and date of birth, whatever they ask you to put, and you can see your ranks and your score also. Now let's go into the schedule for the counseling and how the counseling process will work. So from today, if you look at the point number 3, the counseling registration process will start. Now this counseling registration process for Clat exam is done by invitation. So Clat consortium or Clat authorities will invite students to participate in the Clat counseling process. Now, who will be invited? So they have written by invitation to approximately 5 times the number of seats in each category. So imagine that in the general category, there are 1400 seats. Okay. So 5 times that number, 1400 into 5, those many students will be invited as part of the counseling process. Okay. Now, looking at the rank, you might think, sir, my rank is 3000 or 4000. Should I apply for the counseling process? Now, keep in mind, if you are invited to the counseling process, definitely participate in it. The reason being that these essentially the cutoffs, they fluctuate. So there is always a chance that you can get into an NLU with your rank. The important thing that you need to understand is when they invite you for counseling process, you will have to pay 30,000 rupees. Okay, 30,000 rupees for general candidates and 20,000 rupees for SC, ST, OBC, EWS, PWD, all the categories. That is 20,000 rupees. You will have to pay that to the Clat authorities. Now keep this in mind that this entire fee that you pay, which is 30,000 or 20,000, it is completely refundable. Okay, so if you are invited, there is no harm in being part of the counseling process, because even if you don't get an NLU as part of the 1st to 5th list, there is always a chance that you can take 100% refund. So that will not be an issue. Okay, so keep that in mind. The second thing that you have to remember with respect to this invitation is when you pay this fee, you will have to put minimum of 5 preferences in terms of your college. So depending on your rank, depending on your preference, you can put minimum of 5 colleges. If you want to put more colleges, that option is always there, but minimum of 5 colleges you will have to put. So depending on the cutoff and the ranks that I've shown you for last year, keep in mind that you can put 1 or 2 colleges above your rank and 1 or 2 colleges below your rank, and of course the one which suits your rank, so that you are able to cover a pool of colleges. Rather than putting that one exact college, you can cover a pool of colleges. So always begin your preference list with the college which has an upper cutoff. Okay, a college which you might get, right? And then you can put the college which you can exactly get as per your cutoff, and then you put the colleges which are beyond the cutoff, so that you actually get some college and later on you can upgrade yourself. Okay, so now this is the first part. The first part is they will invite you, you fill the counseling form, you pay 30,000 rupees, and along with it you put your preference of colleges, minimum 5 colleges. First part of the process. Okay, when this is done, then they will publish the first list of allotment on 30th of June. Now, anybody who has been allotted an NLU as part of the first allotment list, they will have 3 choices. Okay, first choice is you can accept your seat or you can lock your seat. Okay, so whichever NLU I got in the first list itself, I really want to go to that NLU and there is very less chance that I'll get upgraded to some other college. Okay. So you can accept, you can lock your seat there. Okay. If you accept or lock your seat, you will have to upload all the necessary documents which the college has asked for, as well as you will have to pay the fee which is required to be paid by that respective NLU. So what kind of fee needs to be paid, what sort of documents are needed, all of these things will be available on that NLU's website which has been allotted to you. Okay. So you go to that website, you check the details. If you wish to accept or lock, you can accept or lock that college. But if you think, sir, I do not wish to accept or lock this college, I want to keep my options open. I want to see कि second में मेरा improve होता है क्या, third में मेरा improve होता है क्या, fourth में मेरा improve होता है क्या. If you want to keep that option open, you can always apply for revision. Okay. So if you, for example, wish to revise, you can select that option. If your college gets upgraded, you can go to that college, or if you wish to still stay in the process, if you're not happy with the second list also, you can stay for the third list, fourth list, that is your choice. But even when you go for revision, okay, keep this in mind. Even when you go for revision, you will have to submit documents and you will have to pay the necessary fee which is asked by that NLU. So if you accept or lock, or if you keep it for revision, you will have to upload the documents as well as you will have to pay the fee. The third choice that you all have is, I do not wish to stay in the Clat process. I want to get out of it. Okay. If you want to exit the Clat process, you can exit the Clat process also. So that is completely your choice. Looking at your rank, looking at your preference, you can decide that also after talking to your mentors. Okay. Now this process will happen between 30th of June to 2nd of July. Okay. After that, few formalities will happen. You will have to do that with the college and all. Clat authorities will also take some time to revise the list and all. And then the second list will come out on the 7th. Now it's quite possible that you have a rank of 1000 and looking at your preference, you may not have been allotted a college in the first list. That can always happen. Now keep in mind that just because you've not been allotted a college in the first list, depending on your rank and depending on your preference, it does not mean that you will not get a college in the second list. Because you have filled the counseling fee, you will stay in the process. Okay. So these first 3 steps, which I told you with respect to the first list, they will also happen in the second list, third list, fourth list, up to the 5th list. Okay. But they are only meant for people who have been allocated an NLU. If you have not been allocated or allotted an NLU, then you need not think of these processes. Okay. Then you can just wait and see if in the second list you get a college, or in the third list you get a college, or in the fourth list you get a college. So ये चीज हमको ध्यान में रखना है. ठीक है? All NLUs will verify your documents and will accept the candidate if they believe the documents and everything is all right. Okay. Then publication of third list will happen on 12th of July. You will get 2 days in which all the formalities mostly you will have to complete. Then the fourth list will come out on 16th and the last list will come out on 5th. So they have said publication of 5th and final list. Now in each of these lists, the options which I talked about of accepting or locking the seat or revising the seat or exiting the admission process is available. Okay. Up to the 4th list it is available, because 5th list is the last list. So in the 5th list, of course, you will have the choice to either lock your seat or exit. There will be no more revision of your college. Keep that in mind. Okay. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. So what do you need to do right now? Okay, let's talk about that. Right now, keep all your documents ready. So your 10th mark sheets, certificate that you get after 10th, your admit card, your score card, all of this, keep it in a soft copy format in your laptop, computers. If they ask you for all of this, you should be able to supply it to them. Okay, so keep that in mind. Secondly, irrespective of whether you are part of the 5 lists or not, after all the 5 lists are over, Okay, after all the 5 lists are over, still some of the NLUs do have certain seats left. Okay, these are the vacant list, vacant seats available after the 5th list. So irrespective of what your rank is, irrespective of which NLU you have gotten into, if you wish to apply for the vacant seats, you can apply for vacant seats after the 5th list also. Now, we will be informing you with respect to all of this later on whenever the vacant seats come out. Be part of the IMS Get Set Law Telegram channel so that you get all this information with respect to all these vacant lists. Okay. So as I said, first thing that you need to do is keep your documents handy. If you're invited for the counseling process, fill the fee of 30,000 or 20,000, whichever is applicable to you, and stay in the counseling process. If you do not wish to stay in the counseling process, you can, of course, exit from the counseling process and your entire fee will be refunded, whichever you have paid till 17th of July. So they have written, if the candidate who has been allotted seats in the 1st to 4th allotment list want to withdraw their provisional admission, they should do so on or before July 17th. After the set date, 5,000 rupees will be deducted from the counseling fee for blocking the seat and putting the other candidates at a disadvantage. Okay, so keep that in mind. One more thing that you need to do on a regular basis is, if you have been allotted a college or if you are in the counseling process, do visit the Clat consortium website as well as the NLU website, which has been allotted, the NLU which has been allotted to you, so that you know what are the further processes. You will understand about the documents. You will also understand about the fee that you need to pay. All of those things you will understand as part of the procedure on the NLU website also. So keep that in mind and keep following the process really, really carefully. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood this process properly. If you still have certain confusions with respect to the counseling process, you can always get in touch with your mentors and they'll be very happy to help you out. Okay, so coming to what I was discussing earlier, keep in mind that irrespective of your ranks, if you've been invited, it's better to stay in the counseling process. But there are some important exams which are coming up. Okay, so ALIT exam is tomorrow, SLAT exam is also coming up, MHCET is there, LSAT has already happened. So these options are still open for you. So do not lose faith. Okay, do not lose the confidence that you can get a good college in future. Okay, so stay in the process, prepare well for all the exams which are coming up in future, and you have a wonderful chance of securing a seat in all of these colleges. Okay, also keep in mind that we will be doing a session in the upcoming week about a lot of questions which you would want to know the answer to. So should we take a drop and give the Clat exam in December? What is the or which are the other colleges apart from Clat which are still open and we can go for it? All of these things we will discuss as part of the new session, another session that we'll be doing in the coming week, because tomorrow there is ALIT exam. So focus on these exams and we'll be coming back to all of you to discuss all of these things in detail. I will also talk to you about what should be your strategy if you're planning to give Clat exam again. Who should give Clat exam? In what way you should give the exam? Should you take a complete drop or should you take admission in some college and prepare along with it? I will be answering all of these questions in the coming week. So wait for our message, wait for our guidelines, and we will be very happy to help you out with respect to all these processes. One more thing that I want to tell you before I take up a few questions is, do subscribe to the IMS Get Set Law channel on YouTube, as well as the IMS GSL Telegram channel, so that all this important information that we are sending you, that you are all aware of it. Okay, do not skip any of these sessions because they are of great importance, and anywhere if you end up committing a mistake, it can cost you dearly. Okay, so talk to your mentors, read all of these things that I have told you, and then you decide what do you wish to do next. Okay, so if you have some questions, feel free to put it in the chat section. If they are with respect to counseling process and all, I will help you out. Okay. Now, if you wish to take a screenshot of the cutoff, although this video will be available to you, just check the Clat cutoff, see if your rank is near it. So for example, somebody is saying, sir, this much is my OBC rank or EIR 3784. See, Ali, it's very difficult at 3784 to get NLU Mumbai. Okay. Look at the SC/ST ranks. So all the students who wish to know about OBC, SC and ST, you can see the ranks on the screen and you will get an idea there. Okay. One more thing that I want to add here is that especially for Delhi students or people who are around Delhi who want to keep their IP university options open, firstly, you will have to fill the IP form. Okay. Do not forget to fill the IP form. If you've done it, well and good. I think the last day is around 30th. Please fill it without any doubts, because at least some options will be open to you. Okay. When I talk to you next in the coming week, I'll also show you what sort of colleges under IP you can get with what kind of ranks. So that will also be shared with you in the next session, because we will in the next session talk about all the other colleges apart from NLUs which are open to you, which you can apply to. Okay. At 10,000 rank NMIMS, now NMIMS has a different process. If by Clat rank you're asking, it's very tough, but you can go through NLAT and LSAT. So Laksh, for NRI sponsored students also, it's the same process. Okay. You fill the counseling fee as per the NRI ranks or whatever the number of seats are, you will be allotted a college. So stay in this process itself. Aditya, at OBC 170, it seems difficult, but as I said, stay in the process. Do fill the counseling fee. Okay. Is IMS going to help in SLAT interview rounds? Yes, we will be helping you with SLAT interview rounds. If you get shortlisted for the interview, we will help you out with the same. Okay. Aryan, at 10,000 rank, it's very difficult. Viraj, it's very difficult at 1372. Okay. Now keep in mind the SC/ST ranks and all that I'm showing you, right? These are not necessarily category ranks. These are in total ranks. Okay. So at that category, where did the rank close? You can expect a good college. Okay. So if your ranks are between this, do apply for colleges. Okay. 2166 difficult, Devashri. GNLU is difficult, but if you have sports quota or other quotas, then it's possible. Okay. EWS 1027 is difficult, but you will get a counseling call. Okay. See, keep in mind, as long as you are getting a counseling invite, fill the form, because there is no harm in filling the form. If you don't get a college, your entire fee will be refunded. So don't think of all of these things even before filling the form. Okay. Kushi, it's difficult at 1950, but again, there are different quotas under NLU Mumbai. You should fill the counseling form. Okay. ST 261 NLSIU, there is a chance, but you fill the form first. Okay. As I said, you will get an invite, so fill the form. Kushi, I've already answered your question. Okay. So as I said, feel free to put it in the chat section or even the comment section of this video, and we'll be very happy to help you out to give you an idea as to what you can expect. I hope the session was of some help to all of you, and I hope all of you understood the counseling process well. All the best, everyone. Follow the process properly. If you do get an invite, do fill the form. And if you need any help in future, feel free to get in touch with us and we'll be very happy to help you out. Thanks, everyone. All the best. Take care, and we'll see you soon with another very important session of other important colleges and dropping for Clat is a good option or not. Okay. Bye, everyone. Take care.